Kevin, the Late Show returns to Pittodrie. How are you feeling after that one?
Yeah, obviously it's great to get the point, but I think we're disappointed. We didn't get 3. Didn't start we started well, but just gave 2 cheap goals away and gives a mountain to climb. But the lads showed great desire, and to get the points, great.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about that resilience and what that took, because at times, I guess, in that second half, it looked as if potentially you've got a mountain to climb, but you managed to get there.
Yeah, I think the message at half time was just keep going. I think we started the half well, passed the ball well, just didn't click in the final third as we wanted to, but it's just about resilience, as I just said, desire. To get the point is great, and especially with teams winning round us, just keeps us in there. How
difficult was that to play against? Because I think at times United look as if, I think it counted a back 6 at one point, and that must have been quite difficult to find any space.
Yeah, United are great defensively. I think they've got big boys and they defend cross balls well. I think the message was just keep the ball on the deck, to try and get across, try and get cutbacks, and just be in there. And thankfully I was, and obviously 2 goals is great for me, but obviously disappointed throughout the game.
So disappointment to an extent, but what does this tell you about, getting back to, and we've spoken about this many times, but trying to get back to the form you showed in the beginning of the season? This is kind of what you were famed for before. Does it feel as though you're edging closer to that again?
It does. It's been a long time coming, if I'm honest, but I feel fitter, I feel sharper. It's took me a little while in the season to get going, but I feel great now. I feel I can compete for 90 minutes as well and get about the park, and it's good to chip in goals as well.
Well, you are the player of the match. Congratulations. Well done.
Cheers. Thank you.
So a double there for Kevin Nisbet. And the Aberdeen fans will be thrilled to see him hitting form, getting the goals in, and just to listen to him there saying that he now feels fully fit, able to complete the 90 minutes. Because have we seen the best of him up here yet, do you feel?
No, we definitely haven't. I think he'll be delighted that the manager kept him on there for that amount of time, because he grew into the game. Obviously 2 chances fall to him when he scores. You always fancy that Kevin Nisbet will get himself in the box, and especially when you're putting that amount of deliveries in, and something will fall to him. He's just that type of player, so he'll be delighted to get his 2 goals, although he's obviously disappointed and never wanted to win the game.
And I mean, shooting efficiency, 2 shots on target and 2 goals. I'm sure he'd have liked that number to be higher.
Yeah, of course, but I think for a striker, you're there to do a job, as we know. 2 shots on target, 2 goals, he'll be over the moon with that, and it's about building on it. I know he's been in and out and different things. He's come up here to get game time and try and push for the Scotland national team. By scoring goals, he'll do that. But I think there's improvement there needed from the first half, so he'll be delighted with today and just build on that from now.
Yeah, well, his first goal came on 75 minutes when Dundee United were 2-0 up in this tie. And you have to say, it's a great first touch, isn't it? And, a really nice finish.
Yeah, it is. I think this is, when he's at his peak, this is what you tend to see from him. Ball's getting fired in, he takes a lovely touch, and he's got one thought in his mind. He doesn't have to think too much about it. Can he get good connection on the ball? Yes, he can. It's too far away from the goalkeeper, it's in the side netting, but this is what we're used to seeing when he's fully fit and ready to go, and I think that just his confidence grew after that.
It's like Kevin Nisbet of old there, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's a great touch and great finish. I think at Dundee United point of view, when you get 6 along your 18-yard line defending and somebody can take a touch 18 yards out or just inside your box and slot it in the bottom corner, you'd be gutted with that. I thought Ross Graham defended the box really well in there. But I think in that moment somebody's got to be there and ready to block that shot, but it's taking that away from Kevin Nisbet. It's a great touch and instant finish into the bottom corner.
Yeah, I was going to say defensively from United's perspective, it's disappointing.
Yeah, well, I was going to stick up for the defenders a little bit. I think because he takes it so early, the touch is so good and it's right in his path that he can take it early, which doesn't give the defenders an opportunity to react. So, well, good touch, good finish, but of course you can pick the bones out it and say that they should have done better defensively.
Yeah, well, Aberdeen kept pushing right into added on time, and Kevin Nisbet popped up again. This one in, like I say, 2 minutes into added on time there, and well, Michael had just said they had to stop putting these balls in, and then the commentators
cursed. The 74th?
Look what happened.
It was the one right before that, he said, wasn't it? They shouldn't be crossing it for that area, and then he gets it, perfect cross in. I understand what he's saying. Dundee United were great at defending the box, but eventually, if that amount of crosses come in and you've got that amount of bodies in the box, something was going to fall to you. Low averages say that, and Kevin Nisbet seems to find the area in the box to put it in. It's a good ball and great finish.
Yeah, it's a little touch at the front post as well. It just kind of knock on there, and he follows up really well. I just feel like when you're at 2-0 and it's half time, from Jim Goodwin's point of view, I understand you want to be a little bit more defensive. I do get it, but when Aberdeen score that goal and you drop even further back, it becomes nervy because you're not sure, right, well, we're in a defensive shape. What do we do? How do we get back out?
It's now 18 points dropped from winning positions for
Exactly.
Dundee United. That's a huge number.
I don't think, I'll be surprised, and we might find out in the interview, I'll be surprised if it was Jim Goodwin's decision to say for the team to drop back. I think just maybe the mentality of being 2-0 up away from home. And I think it was mainly the wingers. It was we spotted that one at the main difference. They started to go, oh no, I'll follow the winger back. Because they had more bodies up front, the fullbacks narrowed in to match people, and the wingers just went back and became a back six. And
if you were in the middle of that defence, you'd be shouting.
No, but remember, Charlie's a manager now.
I know he's a manager.
Do you know what I mean? If you're at the side of the pitch, what you tell them? Because we had this conversation.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want my wingers collapsing all the way back there, because you've got absolutely zero threat then up the pitch.
No outball, have you? Yeah.
And I know at some points you've got to then concede that, but for that amount of time, maybe get your full back out and get your winger to shut the inside. But it's so hard at that time, so I understand you.
And a lot of it's just natural, isn't it, when you're defending a lead?
But there was opportunities for the ball to go forward, and Dolby done well to hold it up, but then there was no options.
Yeah.
The Aberdeen defenders got round about and won the ball back, and in the first half he had runners off him, which he could lay it off and be dangerous. The second half it wasn't quite there because of that defensive shape, so it becomes nervy.
Again, but they got to 75 minutes before a goal, so...
And they actually looked quite comfortable, didn't they, defensively?
As a team, as a leader in the team, or as like the captain or the manager, you're standing there going, well, do I want my wingers to then push up now, because we're actually defending well and they're not scoring, so it is a hard one. And another day they maybe hang on as well, but it's one of them.
I tell you what, Charlie, we can actually find out, because Jim Goodwin is with Connie.
Jim, you guys had done so well to put yourself in a great position at half-time. Again, that killer blow, though, with just 1 minute into injury time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the late goal is a real kick in the teeth. To concede that equaliser in the 91st minute, having defended the box so well all afternoon. I thought the performance in the first half was really good. We put Aberdeen under a lot of pressure high up the pitch. Got ourselves 2 goals in front with 2 really well worked set plays, and the second half, Aberdeen have a real go at us. They make a lot of changes, get a lot of forward players on, and credit to them. I thought they were excellent in the second half. I think had we taken all 3 points, it probably wouldn't have been deserved. I think Aberdeen thoroughly deserved to take something on the afternoon, given how good they were in the second half. I think what you saw from my lads in the second 45 was a lot of fatigue. 3 games in the week is tough. We don't have a huge squad. Obviously, we're missing some key players with the likes of Ferry and Docherty and Moult, and we're really limited with the kind of changes that we can make. Gallagher going off early in the first half doesn't help. Craig Sibbald, we always knew that Sibbs would probably only last an hour. Having been out for 3 or 4 months, so I don't want to be too hard on the players. I know, that we can do better in the goals. I think we're far too open for the first one, and in the second one, we don't get enough pressure on the cross. We don't defend the box well enough thereafter. But as I said, I think the least Aberdeen deserved was a point. Normally, a point on the road is not a disaster, especially up here. But of course, we are slightly disappointed not to have taken all 3.
What did you specifically ask of them at half-time? Because at points it looked as if you were even at back 6. There was so much, there was waves and waves of pressure from Aberdeen, and I guess it's quite difficult to absorb that for 45 minutes.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, I spoke to you before the game, Connie, about the level of investment that Aberdeen have made. They've got real quality players coming off the bench. Guys like Leighton Clarkson, who I worked with when I was here, real quality on the ball. They had to just go for it. They were quite open, but we just weren't able to put our foot on the ball and exploit the spaces in the wide areas when we did win possession. We were really slashing at things a lot of the time and just inviting wave after wave of attack. But that's what Aberdeen can do, because they're losing the game 2-0. They're as well losing 3-0 as opposed to not having a go at 2-0. So credit to Jimmy Thelin. His changes at half time were really positive. Unfortunately for us, the 3 games in the week has taken its toll on us. I think you could see that in the last 20 minutes, how flat we were, and the lack of energy within the team, and obviously not having that substitution because we had to make that one in the first half.
Appreciate your time, Jim.
Thanks, Con.
What do you make of that then?
Yeah, I think he's got a point. 3 games in a week, that's one
It's a lot, isn't it?
we maybe never took into consideration. It is a lot, and the natural thing to do when you're tired is to collapse back and kind of defend that space behind you, especially as a defender. And that makes your fullbacks your wingers come back and mark fullbacks, and you just collapse and try and just stay in that shape. It's hard to then get up the pitch constantly. So you can understand that with 3 games in a week. It's a lot of fatigue in there.
I was just going to say, let's have a look at the first goal then, because Dundee United actually in the first half were full of energy and really took advantage of their play. Vico Chevy with the first goal here, albeit some disappointing defending from Aberdeen's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good ball into the box, and I think if you look at Chevy, he does really well. Gets away from Oakles, he just switches off. You just see it here, him just moving to the back post. I think Mitov has to do much better, but in terms of Dundee United and what they produced in the first half, they'll be very happy with that goal.
Yeah, it's a great header. Of course, bad defending for Aberdeen. They get blocked there, which can be hard sometimes, and he just managed to get a good connection, get it down. Mitov's got to do better, but good header. Yeah,
so a good start for Dundee United, and right on the stroke of half-time, they doubled their lead. It was in the 9th minute of added-on time, and it was the ever-reliable Sam Dalby, and again, this was a really nice finish.
Yeah, it's a great 3-man corner. They work it well, and it's a great ball into the box and a great header. We spoke about Dalby's presence in the box. It's a great header there. Aberdeen don't quite deal with it. I thought that was a big difference in the first half. Who defended their box better? And Dundee United, the Roski in particular, really did defend balls in the air coming in. Aberdeen didn't. Dalby gets that great header.
Time and time again, though, we see Dalby finding that space, doesn't he? Getting away from his marker, and if you can get the ball in, more often than not, he can get on the end of it.
Yeah, well, we're talking about it here. He's such a big presence. I mean, it's difficult for defenders to try and pin him down because he's so strong. And as soon as he makes that little half yard, that little movement away from you, you can't get back just because he's sheer size. So when you put the ball into a dangerous area like Jim Goodwin's sides do, then if he gets any sort of touch, it'll end up in the goal.
Well, it was a point apiece in this one. Aberdeen came back from 2 goals down for this one to finish 2-2. They were booed off by the fans at half-time, but they were applauded off at full-time. We'll find out the thoughts of Jimmy Thelin, the Aberdeen manager's talking to us after this. Welcome back to Pittodrie, where it has ended. Aberdeen 2, Dundee United 2. And that race for third spot really hotting up now. Hibs have moved into third, Aberdeen in fourth, and Dundee United in fifth. Who's got the momentum right now?
Hibs just keep catching the team in front of them, so they're going to end up winning the league.
I think it's been brilliant. It's been a brilliant season. Everybody fighting for the top spot. Not even top 6, just even how good it is at the bottom. So, well, I think it's in Hibs' favour at this moment in time. Great result today, and just the run that they've been on, the momentum, the confidence.
15 games now,
yeah, it's crazy.
Absolutely. I mean, and fair play to Hibs for sticking by David Gray, and you know, credit to David Gray for turning it around. I mean, how difficult is that as a manager when you're on a run like that? You know, for the club to stick with you and then to be able to turn it around. How much credit does he deserve?
Yeah, credit to him. But I think the form, even when they were losing, I think I've said it before, they were still kind of. You could see they were unlucky. It was bad goals they were losing. They were having chances to win games. Their XG was up. They were looking like they were going to go on a run of form. But then for the board to stick by him and show that kind of loyalty towards him has proved the right decision, because he's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He just keeps that on top, but he just keeps saying catch the team in front, and they keep doing it all the way up to third.
All right, well, let's get some more reaction from this game then, because Jimmy Thelin is with Connie.
Jimmy, does that feel like a victory, or do you feel as if you could have had more from that one?
No, I think performance-wise was some parts really good today, how we performed the game, but of course it was some soft goals, some situations they score on, and there we have to do better, because it's we're creating a lot of good opportunities today. And the good thing is the character of the team. It's not easy at home. You get 2 goals down in a really important game, and then go out in the second half like we did and push them so hard and try also to take a winning goal. So I'm proud of the character of the team, and never give up. They believe in the qualities and pushing. But we need to do better in this situation. We get goal against us.
Daba and Shinnie came on, and you made some changes. What was the thinking behind that?
I think they're doing really well in the how they create the chances and work together. So we go for that one and push for this.
Okay, thanks for your time, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to Jimmy Thelin there for his time. A point apiece here. It has ended. Aberdeen 2, Dundee United 2. Thank you very much, as always, for your company. Thank you for watching. Enjoy what's left of the weekend. We'll see you next time.